Hey all, how's it going? Brad here, and we're playing World of Warcraft Shadowlands. And I'm back on my hunter, my horde hunter, and we are continuing with the campaign. So I left off where we finished up some of our campaign quests in Maldraxxus, and we are now we've now been tasked with jumping into the Soul Pillar in the center of Oribos, and we're going to go to the Maw. And apparently this is the only way to actually get into the Maw. So we're going to jump in and do the quest chain there, and then we'll see where it leads us. Eee. The area is quiet. There is no sign of your allies. The amulet Bolvar gave you flickers with a faint red light, then grows dim. To be useful in finding Dorian Morgraine, you must find a way to restore its potency. You recall an area called Zoval's Cauldron that was teeming with dark magic. Perhaps the amulet could be restored there. And of course, they get rid of my pets. This place looks so cool. I don't love the mechanics here, but it looks cool.
Something first.
Okay, I'm looking for an amulet on one of these enemies. The trick is to find it. Oh my god, he's being such a dick that he's not looking behind him. There are multiple big guys walking around us.
It's too far away.
And he's not watching. My character is, like, from a armor perspective, my character is at a point where I can probably handle most, if not all, regular mobs. I'd struggle with elite mobs in the Maw, but one at a time. I couldn't possibly take on, even as a hunter, I don't think I could take on more than one elite mob at a time. I need better gear. And he's just running around like, just because he's a warlock, he's running around just tagging mobs. It's like, you need to be more careful and pay attention to your surroundings. There's like elite mobs walking all around him, and luckily he didn't aggro them, so that was good. But he was in the path of one of them, and I guess he or she must have saw them at the last minute because I saw him move, and I was like, oh, okay, he saw him. So one thing about being a caster in the Maw, and if you're going to play this game, it applies in most of the zones as well, but the Maw especially, if you're a caster, try to find a safe spot to stand, because there's lots of mobs in here that path around, that wander. So they have a preset path, so eventually you'll figure out where they wander and where you can stand safely, but it's it could become a problem if you're not careful. And the reason I know that is because my Warlock was the first character I brought in here, and I faced that problem where I kept aggroing because I was standing too far away from the mob, and all of a sudden another mob would come up from behind me and attack me. It's like, you'll notice even with my hunter, I'm not standing at max range. I tighten myself up a little bit. And I've learned to keep moving. See, this guy, like, he would have aggroed if I stood back. I'm gonna fight him anyway, because I need the amulet.
I need to target something first.
One of these guys is carrying an amulet. I just have to find out who. Or, sorry, I'm carrying the amulet. I have to charge it. I'm killing these guys. I don't know why I was thinking I was looking for an amulet. The amulet glows red. The amulet burns hot in your hand. The magic that runs through it tugs slightly at your grip. Perhaps the enchantment spoken of by Bolvar can now be used to find Mograine. Use the amulet of the horseman to find Darien Mograine. He's at least 300 yards away. What is yards? What is yards? Let us ponder the universe. I believe I have to follow this spirit. I'm not 100% sure. Of course, he goes walking through all the mobs. It's like, I don't even need to go that way. I can just go over the hill. Like, it's literally going to force me to fight these mobs. Like, I have no choice. I'm gonna aggro them, so I might as well just fight them. I don't like when games do that. It's like there should be multiple ways to get around something, in most cases. Like, make it interesting, make it fun. The brand holds the key. Darien is trapped within the cage. He appears unconscious. Darien is unresponsive. The cage is locked and doesn't appear easily broken. Perhaps the holder of the key is this brand he mentioned. keep expecting to mount up. Even though this is my 4th character in the Maw, I keep thinking I can mount on my mount. Which you can't do in the Maw. Oh shit. Just killed him. Yeah, so this place looks so cool, I gotta admit. It just looks so good. I want to take a screenshot, but I'm looking for like a really good angle. There we go. Okay, so he's definitely gonna pop up there. There he is. You will fall. Ooh, he's meaty. I'm gonna beat him, but he's pretty tough. I tend to use that phrase a lot. He's meaty, she's meaty. It just means they have a lot of hit points, or a lot of resistance to damage, or a lot of armor. Got the key, let's get out of here. Basically, I want to get back to that cave before all the mobs respawn, or I'm gonna have to fight them again. Darian Morgraine's one of my favorite World of Warcraft characters.
A day, an eternity. Careful, the jailer's eyes are everywhere.
His whole backstory and him himself, he's so cool.
I was curious what the Morsworn was searching for.
Oh, here comes the Maws respawning. Or the mobs.
Festivities. I am Venari, a humble broker trapped in this land of torment. I have a proposition for you. Come.
Why would you aid us, broker?
Your presence here draws attention. The sort of attention that's bad for my business dealings. No offense, of course. I trust you are not followed.
So, Immortal, you are here looking for someone. Well, it just so happens that, clever as I am, it's quite possible I know where they are. Allow me to propose a trade. That amulet you carry, it holds an interesting power. You give me the amulet, and I will help you find the Maldraxi Baron. And then you will leave. I don't mean to be rude, but I really prefer to keep a low profile. Allow me to speed things along.
I have picked up a few tricks to help me survive here. The jailer will take notice if you engage his forces, so it is wise to go around them whenever possible. Do you feel the maw tearing at your mind?
It's quite a thrill to have a mortal for a business partner. The amulet really is intriguing. What's that? Oh yes, that baron you're searching for. Well, it so happens that I learned of a Maldraxi warlord being held in the lower courtyard of Perdition Hold. As you might guess by the name, it's not the most charming of places. I would prefer to avoid the attention of the jailer's forces. Fortunately, I have just the thing. Give the word and I will conceal us from the Mossworn.
Trust, I can conceal us long enough to find. Stay close. I do not wish to draw attention with a fight.
How long have you been trapped here?
Longer than you have, mortal. That is all you need to know.
I like this animation, how she's holding like a glowing orb in her hand, and that's concealing her. I like that mechanic. I like it. I like the look of it.
Hold. Wait for the beast to pass. The Mossworn are certainly eager to find you. We need to make this quick.
Do not rush us, Broker. There are others who must be saved, along with the Maldraxi Baron.
Ah, you speak of the mortals left behind when your friend here escaped. I fear they've been taken to Torghast. That tower, looming in the distance. The jailer keeps his most prized possessions within.
Then show us a way to breach that tower.
It would be folly to go after them now. Remain focused. There will be time for theatrics later.
This must be your missing Baron.
Who is there? Must warn the Margrave.
I know that voice. Can it be? The Baron is my father?
Darian, after all this time.
All is not lost. Not yet.
Since crossing into the Shadowlands, I've been so focused on our mission that I've never even considered the souls of my family here somewhere. Whatever this realm called Maldraxis is, I hope it's worthy of my father's service. We must free him. There is much I need to say to him.
We are eternal. We are unyielding.
Did you think your presence would go unnoticed? You will not leave this place.
Well, go on then. Show us that one to smite, mortal.
I need to target something first. I need to get closer.
So because I made sure to level my hunter up a little bit higher than I normally would be if I just followed the campaign, he's a little bit higher than this enemy. So this enemy is level 55, I'm 58, so it's a little bit easier than normal. But not too much easier, just a little bit. It feels as if the maw itself is sentient and taking notice of our presence. We must leave at once. Bolvar must be informed of what is happening here. I will bring my father with us. Lead the way out of here, with haste.
I suggest a tactical retreat. I will take us to a small alcove near the waystone that enabled your previous exodus.
Son.
I believe this concludes our business arrangement. The waystone is just up that way. Ah, my new partner. Let us see how long you last.
I believe now is the time for you to leave. You are a Maw Walker, one who can activate the Waystone between the Maw and the lands beyond. While your friends may not hold the same title, there is a way to send them through the gate. Souls can be connected, in theory. If you let someone attune themselves to your soul while you activate the Waystone, you both should be able to leave. Even fleeting connections may produce some result. Go with your other two guests and see if my hypothesis is correct.
Will that be farewell? Please do not tell anyone you saw me. And if you find yourself leaping into this maelstrom of gloom again, I do hope you'll bring along something interesting to trade.
So the brokers are merchants. They're everywhere in the Shadowlands. The brokers are merchants, and they basically just care about exchanges and bartering and stuff like that. Like, that's what they care about. But there seems to be something more to Venari. Venari is the broker I was just talking to. There seems to be something more to her, and I'm not sure what. Like, something's up with her. You return, and with others this time. That's astounding. No soul has ever returned once, let alone twice with allies. A Maw Walker indeed.
High Lord Foredragon, we've escaped the Maw. Thank you for your aid.
There is much to be done. Draka, we must return to Maldraxxus at once. Margrave Crexus is...
Our Margrave has been slain, Ashbringer. The Chosen need your blade, now more than ever.
No. Then my warning comes too late. We have been betrayed by one of our own. It was Virez who had me trapped within the Maw. There can be no doubt that it was his hand that struck down our Margrave.
It's one of Maldraxxus' own betrayed them. Virez, all this time. This cannot stand. We must avenge Crexus and cut him down. He must have sent you to the Maw, expecting you to never return. He underestimated you. A fatal mistake. Go with Margraine and claim Virez's head. I will warn our forces at the Seas of Primus.
We depart from Maldraxxus at once. Virez will answer for his
And the hiccups. Trying to resist the
We
hiccup.
must return to Azeroth and tell our allies what we've learned, Father. But when duty allows it, I will stand once more at your side.
There will be time for us to speak later, my son. I swear it.
Wow, like, families are being reunited in the Shadowlands. In, like, a spiritual way.
I have just the thing, Wanderer. Good fortune to all friends of the Grummels.
Where's that spirit? I always get confused where he is. There should just be a portal guy in front of every single portal, or just walk up and click the portal to go where you need to go.
How may I serve?
Let's get back to Maldraxxus.
May you...
Okay, so now we know somebody on the inside in Maldraxxus that assassinated Crexus, who was the leader of the House of the Chosen. And Vyraz was one of his minions. Like one of his, basically like one of his lieutenants, I guess you could call him. Surprised I didn't aggro those guys. I literally walked right beside them. And they didn't aggro. That was weird. Looks pretty cool.
Even in death we must fight.
I cannot allow this wound to fester any longer. I will burn it closed here and now. Vyraz is the one who trapped me within the maw. He has long been in league with the House of Rituals and the House of Constructs. No doubt he intends to trap you within this hellish place as well. It is time he will be brought to justice for his treason. Stand with me and we will face him as one.
Ashes to ashes. Vyraz!
The
Show
relentless
yourself!
pursuit of victory.
So the mortal returns, along with our wayward Baron. The constructs failed to finish you, and so did the Maw. How disappointing.
Your schemes have brought about your own ruin. Now we will end you!
Foolish Mograine, always valuing loyalty over might. But victory lies in one's choice of allies. And with their help, I now claim the mantle of Margrave.
I will bury my blade in your skull, traitor! For Crexus!
I bested Crexus himself! You two are nothing.
We will avenge him, here and now! You cannot win, Vyraz! You are outnumbered!
I need a target.
Fool! All the houses of Maldraxxus stand against you!
I need to target something first.
Enough games! Guards, Slaughter these weaklings!
Honorless coward!
Ashbringer, Marwalker, with me! The seat of the Primus is under siege. We must defend it!
We couldn't overcome his forces. He's got the forces of the entire house there behind him, I guess. Well, not the entire house, but it's a coup, in other words. A mutiny.
Always ready for battle.
Yay, new bow. And it upgraded too. It upgraded to 134. Not bad. You empowered the final rune? Then we might yet turn the tide of battle. Open the door. We will hold the enemy back as long as we can.
Hold the line. Open the door.
Slay the mortal! Bring me that rune blade!
Raise your sword, Captain. Form out Praxis.
The foes of the worthy shall be vanquished.
Oh wow. The seat of the Primus is actually like a giant artillery weapon.
The seat of the Primus is ours.
They unsummoned my minions again. That's so annoying. So this is the Undying Order Hall. Basically, it's the Covenant. It's the Undying Order Hall for the Maldraxxi faction. This is where, if you choose the Undying in Maldraxxi, this is where your base of operations will be for all of your campaign. The rune blade grows brighter as you approach the old stone altar.
I am the Primus. Your presence within my sanctum means a darkness has fallen upon Maldraxxus and all the realms of death. Ages ago, the Eternal Ones punished our brother Zoval for his treachery. He was bound within the inescapable maw to be forevermore its jailer. Now I fear that Zoval did not act alone. I suspect he had ancient allies, and will seek to win others to his cause. That you are hearing this message means my suspicions prove true. Zoval has forged his chains into a weapon and brought about my defeat. There is but one hope to save the Shadowlands. The Eternal Ones must stand together once more before the jailer escapes the maw. Bring my warning to the Archon, the Winter Queen, and the Sire. They must see to our defenses. Do not let Zoval reach the Sepulchre.
Even in his absence.
The Arbiter is the final key. Protect her, or all is lost.
Well, she's MIA. She's just kind of sitting there unconscious. Even in his absence, the wisdom of the Primus rings true. This message must have been put here to await one who proved worthy of hearing it. Draka peers at you. You came to Maldraxxus to learn why Bastion was invaded. Now you know that there is treachery in our ranks, and that there are noble souls here who will set things right. Tell your allies in Oribos all you have witnessed. See that the warning of the Primus reaches the Eternal Ones. If it would be an honor to fight by your side again.
Only the strong. Eternal Ones. The Jailer. This is a dire message. Return to Oribos. Inform them that Maldraxxus will not strike at the other realms again. Our war lies within.
Report.
Alright, let's head back to Oribos. It's a direct flight from Maldraxxus. There's no flight points between Oribos and the seat of power here, so it's one quick flight over. Oh, that's cool. It's got like an animation on it now that it's activated. Yeah, so when I first showed up in this zone with my first character, I was kind of like, wow, the seat of the Primus, that huge statue, looks really amazing. And then in that cutscene when the statue activated and it became like an artillery weapon, then I was like, oh, now I know why the seat of the Primus was so important. Because it could basically destroy anything in the zone. Like, none of the enemy forces in Maldraxxus, none of the forces that have reneged against the Shadowlands would dare attack the seat of the Primus.
The Arbiter sees all things.
I'm glad of your return, mortal. I pray that you were successful in preventing the advent of war between Bastion and Maldraxxus. The information you uncovered in Maldraxxus should quell the drums of war between the Necrolords and the Kyrian. And this message from the Primus. Extraordinary. I would advise you to enlist High Lord Fordragon's counsel, but he appears preoccupied. Visitors from your world have come to seek him out. Quite insistently, I might add. The nuances of mortal interactions elude me, but it seems that the nature of their dialogue was rather intense. Perhaps you can assist the High Lord with this matter.
Trust the purpose.
Please, Father. We need to know if our friends can still be saved.
You do not understand the risk, Talia. For me to peer into the maw would mean...
I journeyed all the way to the realms of death to meet the father I thought was lost to me. Bolvar Fordragon, one of Azeroth's bravest heroes. I haven't asked a single thing of you since I was a little girl. The little girl you sent away. But I'm asking you this. Tell us if they are still alive.
My shining star, I will do as you request.
I think Talia is being really selfish here. Like, she just wants to know if, like, her family is alive, but he risks his life just peering into the maw, and she doesn't seem to care. I find that really kind of outrageous.
We all have a duty.
Even though his scarred molten visage, the emotion on Bolvar's face is plain. My daughter, here, I never thought. When I put the Lich King's crown upon my head, I wanted the world to believe I was dead, even my daughter, Talia. I thought a lie would be kinder than the truth, but she is no longer the little girl I left in Kulturas. I see my choice was a selfish one. Bolvar pauses. She and Lady Menethil have asked me to peer into the maw to see if our allies yet live. It is a dangerous request, but one I cannot refuse. Help me focus on the broken helm. Together we may find a glimpse of the truth. I just find it really selfish what she's asking for.
The helm still resonates with the power of the Lich King. The power.
Like, it's really shocking that she would be that, like, just brazen.
Not again. No! I will not yield! My mind is my own! Do you hear me?
Whoever you are, whatever you want, I will fight you. You will not break me.
They have breached the seat of the Primus and discovered his warning.
Unfortunate, but of little consequence. Our eyes are everywhere. This nuisance will be dealt with.
That is all I can see. It is too dangerous to push further.
I could make out the Lord Admiral's voice and what must have been Thrall's as well. Their cries. Oh, they chilled me to the bone.
I did not hear Anduin, nor Bane Bloodhoof. High Lord, are you certain you cannot try again?
They just keep pushing.
Not yet, Kalia. There is a price to be paid for such visions. I dare not attempt another so soon.
Like, they just keep pushing. It's like, holy crap, chill.
This mortal bears an urgent warning from the Primus of Maldraxxus. They must see it delivered to the other realms.
Please aid them, honored voice. While I talk with the others, we must consider the implications of what we've seen. What news?
Another upgrade.
Hear the words.
The warning you received from the Primus needs to reach the Winter Queen of Ardenweald. The Eternal Ones must stand together against the coming darkness. The Winter Queen oversees the cycle between death and life. In her forest slumber ancient spirits of nature that must be reborn. I fear the anima drought will have taken an especially grim toll upon her realm. The Night Fae can lead you to the Queen. Bring her this message, and she will know what needs to be done.
I will consider your words.
You have anything to say? I was expecting you to say something. So this particular hunter, my Horde hunter, this is the covenant I'm going to align with, the one in Ardenweald. wasn't sure where to put this hunter because he's kind of like a bit of everything. Like, he could align with Maldraxxus, he could align with Revendreth, or Ardenweald, or Bastion. But I was like, no, I think I'm going to make him Ardenweald, being that he's like a hunter and he's got the pets and all that stuff, and Ardenweald is very nature-based. So I'm like, maybe I'll go with that. My druid is definitely going to be Ardenweald.
Reveals our way.
I'm ready. Send me to Ardenweald. Or maybe I'll change my mind, but I don't think I will. I think I am planning to make him Ardenweald. Such a beautiful zone.
This will be a prank to remember. Just... oh, hello there.
We haven't seen anyone come through that gateway in a very long time. Certainly not someone like you. What brings you to Ardenweald? A message from the Primus of Maldraxxus, you say? We haven't heard from him in... well, it's been a long time. This isn't a prank, is it? The Queen doesn't have time for pranks, but I do. Moonberry leans in close and whispers to you. And for this one, I think we need one more lily. Moonberry winks. Let me take a look at this message. You bring that last night lily to Featherlight, and then we'll talk.
The message is magically sealed? Oh, that's no fun. Featherlight, you place the lily. This stupid seal just won't open.
She's really nosy. She like wants to read the letter so badly.
Busy, you know.
Zayhod, wake up!
They put a hat on his head. Or her head.
A beard, a hat, gifts of time and mirth of hay. The forest sighs in laughter. You bring joy, Lady Moonberry.
I try, old friend, and I know you'll help the forest grow again soon. I'm sorry. Did you need something?
Would you help me gain an audience with the Queen?
What fun you're about to have. This way. Come along. Sadly, the Winter Queen cannot grant you an audience. Her spirit is spread thin across Ardenweald.
Ardenweald. I keep saying weld.
This drought threatens the entire forest. Your voice is but one bird singing in the night. The Queen's magic protects every branch, every leaf. If not for her vigilance, all might be lost. For now, we Night Fae must act in her stead.
Help! Help me!
Someone wants a stabbing!
I warned you not to come back!
I'm out of range. I don't have a target.
Brigands!
I need to target
I have to make a
something
quick
first.
stop on the way!
I can't attack that.
Is this what you need?
She's terrorized, but I'm gonna sell stuff.
Take care.
What can I do for you?
Alright, let's make a deal. I'll seek out the Winter Queen on your behalf if you complete a few of my duties in the stead. The Queen isn't the only one who's been kept busy by the drought. First, you're going to help me help my fellow Fae here with the springing problem. Boot their leader off that poor moth. Okay, it's lucky I didn't kill him yet.
Another light will guide you from here. Help the forest as you head for Tirnaval.
And what is it you require?
Featherlight checks his notes. Let's see. There was a request for help regarding an imperiled wild seed and something about an egg. The original note wasn't entirely clear, but the Fae who sent it was it was Corinth again. Well, I suppose we'll find out what his trouble is soon enough. I'll fly ahead and look for him. Stick to the path.
Very well then. Corinth is always getting into trouble. Let's see what it is this time.
Featherlight, over here. A friend of Featherlight is a friend of mine. I'm sorry. Are you?
I'm standing in for Lady Moonberry. What happened? There is so little anima that I've had to say goodbye to many slumbering spirits, friends I've looked after for ages. But Elder Dumira is so close to her time of awakening, I couldn't say goodbye like that. I moved her wild seed to a spot where I thought she could get a little more anima to make it through, and then that terrible creature stole it. I think the bird is trying to incubate it like an egg. What's a wild seed? They're the purpose of Ardenweald. Wild seeds contain slumbering nature spirits like Elder Dunmira. Who is under that bird? I could coax it off the nest. If you could coax it off the nest for me, I could sneak in and grab her. I'm glad Moonberry was able to send someone if she couldn't come herself. You know, she normally wants a song and dance for her help. Corinth chuckles. So, you'll help me with that bird off the nest? Corinth smiles hopefully. I will help you. Or you could request a song and dance.
Always so much to do.
Hold still. Alright. I gotta coax the bird away from the nest.
Just sneak past.
Uh-oh. Hello?
Run, Corinth!
Well, you have the choice to run. I do not.
I need a target.
All right, you have my attention.
I am surprised, but pleased that you weren't torn to pieces. Well done. But now, I fear we have a far more serious task to complete. The Winter Queen has decreed that the Heartwood Grove's anima is to be reclaimed, and its denizens must leave it to wither. Not all of the wild seeds will go with them. In fact, only a few have been chosen to be saved. We are to bring the final list of Droman Kelnor to Droman Kelnor. Okay.
Carry on. Always so much to do. Follow me. Heartwood Grove isn't far.
I don't have to follow
Each
you.
wild
I can move
seed holds
faster
the
than you.
spirit of nature who will one day awaken and return to their world. The queen must decide which ones survive and which wither away. The spirit within, lost forever. It's a grim task, but until the drought ends, it has to be done.
Look for refuge elsewhere, friend. This grove will soon be gone.
Okay, and we're coming up to an hour, so we're going to end it right here, and we'll continue in the next video with the quests in Ardenweald. Or Weald. But with that, we are done. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, be well, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. But until then, have a good day. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.